Hey guys, Jacob Davis here with Beyond Athletic Development. I wanted to give you guys a couple tips on how to, develop ourselves as an athlete today. We're going to look at the Glute Ham Raise. We're on obviously the Glute Ham Developer machine. Got my lovely assistant Brittany here. We wanted to go over a couple things just to help you out. Sound good? Awesome. All right. First off, with this machine, this is an excellent way to develop speed and explosion. So lateral speed, straight ahead speed, anything you're looking at from that standpoint is going to increase. Also my jumping ability. So anything that's going to improve my explosion, this machine is really going to develop me in that way. So we're looking at that posterior chain. It's a great way to develop knee flexion and hip extension at the same time. Something that we're really excited about, okay? So I'm gonna have her start in this flat position. She's gonna go down all the way, and she's going to hinge at the hips to where she's perpendicular to the floor. So go ahead and go down, all the way, 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 right here. So now she's completely flat through her hamstrings, bent at the hips, all at one time, this kinetic chain of movement. She's going to come up into a full motion, and you'll notice where she kind of paused there for a second. It's really involving her hamstrings, forcing her to contract, okay? It's an awesome movement, something that we really like to use a lot of, especially for our youth athletes, okay? One thing, because this movement is so difficult, we like to use band tension or maybe isometric holds to develop our ability, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna show you kind of how to use those isometric holds or that band tension to develop your way to get into this a little bit more smoothly. Sound good? Awesome. Again, wanted to go back over this because this is such a difficult movement. A lot of times athletes, even extremely strong, extremely athletic athletes, have such a difficult time with developing this hamstring that even this movement, even though it's just a body weight movement, it's very difficult at times. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to use this band to come up. We're going to bring this around, and it's just going to assist in her motion, okay? So as a coach, I want to make sure that I'm over here. I'm developing her. She's going to come straight in, and you'll notice that she's not going to hinge at the hips. When she's actually coming up, everything is completely straight. So she'll come up, shoulders up, before she makes that final move to come up. So it's really important that we know that. We're going to show you a bad rep real quick. I'm going to show you what happens when she stays hinged at the hips, okay? And you completely lose that hamstring when you do that. All right, so she's going to bend at the hips first. There you go. So you see that? We completely lose that hamstrings, okay? So it's really important that we stay completely straight and tight through the hips and come up. That's what's going to develop this as we go, okay? Tension, constant tension is going to be a big thing here. Anytime that we're loose, we lose that the opportunity to be explosive, okay? She's going to engage with her glutes, engage with her hamstrings, and finish out with this flat position. Sound great? Awesome. All right, guys, another way to develop this glute ham raise is to do it with isometric holds. This is what we're going to show right here. So as a coach, I'm going to come in, I'm going to sustain her right there, and she's just going to hold this position. She's completely flexed. I can feel her hamstring. It's loaded up. It's really tight. And I'm just going to have her try to come up just a little bit without hinging in that hips. It's a really good way to build that to where we can get that full motion. So Brittany, can you show me that full motion one last time? This is what we're trying to do. How your hamstrings feeling? Yes. Goes to flat and then drives through their hamstrings. Extremely explosive, great way to build an athlete. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the Bad Gym. Again, you can check us out at www.theBADgym.com. See you later.